Hello again, and Happy New Year 2026. Isn't it brilliant? And this is Teignmouth this morning on the first of the year. No real plans per se, but I've got to try and get this video. I've got to be home by at least 11 o'clock in order to get this video up and ready for 12, and that's pushing it. So no real plans on what I want to say or anything, other than really it'd be really a sort of a stream of consciousness of what comes out of my mouth about the thoughts about the channel and that. Yeah, 2026, blimey. First train of 2026, lovely. Not going up the observation deck today. Just going to try and get down to Rufus. I remember doing this similar walk last year on New Year's Day, and it was pouring down with rain. It has actually rained slightly since I started walking now, but it's not actively raining at the moment, so that's a bonus. Oh, another train in the distance there. Lovely. You may find that this is a slightly shakier video today. I don't have all the stabilisation features on the phone that I've normally got, because that takes a little bit longer to process. So yeah, hopefully, I say I'm going to be home by 11, get this done and get it live by 12. Normally, I wouldn't be home till 12 and I wouldn't have the video ready to go until about 8 o'clock at night, because this really does take up a lot of time now. Not complaining, but it just does. Now, as in my previous videos on New Year's Day, I often say there's loads of people I want to thank, but that I'm not going to try and name anyone individually really, because I feel like I miss out on someone else. But there's so many, you know who you are. You know who you are. There's people behind the scenes that constantly keep in touch with me, constantly send me in submissions, constantly let me know things, even if they're not necessarily want recognition on the video. And it's lovely relationship we've built up over a period of years. So thank you ever so much to all of you. I will, however, give a special shout out and thanks to Andy though, for all the help he's given me with the channel this year. Been a real bonus, helped me evolve, enabled me to get to places and go to do things that I wouldn't have done otherwise. Because at the end of the day, yes, I could have carried on walking to see Rufus one day and to Polly Steps the next indefinitely. It would certainly get a little bit stale in the end. But with Andy, it gives me the option of going elsewhere and not having to think of every last thing myself, all on my own. So cheers, Andy, appreciate it. Looking forward to 2026 and plenty more trips with you. And of course, there's also a huge thanks goes out to all the invisible people. And by invisible people, I mean the people that don't comment, don't necessarily hit the like button, don't interact at all. If they see me when I'm out and about and they're in Teignmouth, they don't say hello. But the bottom line is, they obviously watch the videos because of the view count. So it's so wonderful to think that I can get 1,000 people interested in Teignmouth and what's happening here and what I'm doing in my little life, and mum, of course. So thank you to everyone that just watches the videos. But if you hit that subscribe button, that's a bonus. Hello. Show my face, why not? Got my hat on today. Not because it's terribly cold. It is cold, but it's not terribly cold. It's really because I didn't want to have to spend time doing my hair. So I said I did rush out this morning. Did rush out. I have, of course, had people ask me in the past why I don't put myself in my videos more than I do. And the answer is because the videos aren't really about me per se. Yeah, they're about me to a point, they're about me going for a walk, but they're not about me. In other words, I'd rather say, here I am walking down to Spray Point and show you what I can see, rather than a shot of me walking down there, bouncing around with Spray Point sort of in the background. It's not about me, it's about Teignmouth. First and foremost, Teignmouth. And it's about trains. Mustn't forget the trains. It's all about the trains as well. Smashing. Oh, and it's about Rufus too, of course. Our little feathered friend up here. Plays a big role on the channel, gives me somewhere to go, and obviously gives a lot of you places to go as well because of the amount of people that seem to go up there, which is brilliant. And speaking of Rufus, will we see him? Place your bets. Here we go, Rufus land. Is that him there, right in the centre? Let's see. There we are. See, didn't take him long to be waiting for me, did it? Hello mate, Happy New Year. You big puffed up Rufus, you. Blimey, I don't know what else to give you any food really, because look at that. That's virtually full. That's virtually full. That's virtually full. So I will say, oh look, they filled up the peanuts. Absolutely smashing. So I'll say, Happy New Year to you little guy. But I won't. I'll save my food for next time. Lovely to see you. To see you, nice. Isn't that fantastic? One of the best fed robins in the whole of Teignmouth. Lovely. Ah, the seawall. Lovely. Of course, this is really how the channel kind of began in a way. It was locked down, and I used to come out for my walks, and I'd usually walk along the seawall because it was all empty. And I thought I'd better start showing Mum what it was I was doing because she was concerned, where are you going every day? So I started filming, and the easiest way to show her was to actually put it on YouTube, and then she could see it on there. Well, of course I didn't used to speak. Happy train. I didn't used to speak in the videos to begin with, because I used to tell her. I was in the room with her. So I could just say, look over there, so and so. Oh look, that's open again, that's closed, etc, etc. And all of a sudden I looked down, I realised I've got 500 other people watching. And I think, well, these 500 people aren't in the room with me, they can't hear what I'm saying, I better start talking. So I did. And I think the first video I spoke in was a New Year's Day one, years ago. Crazy. Sounded a lot different then, I know that. If I can find it, I'll link it up the top. So just thinking freeform now as I walk along. I could actually count that video of the New Year's Day, whatever year it was, as the start of the channel, really, couldn't I? Because although I was filming before then, I wasn't talking. The channel you know today where I waffle on and can't shut up. Yeah, we could say that's the birth of the channel, really, I suppose. Whatever day that was. I don't know. It's all good. It's all good. So, do I have any special plans for 2026? No, not really. Before everything else, of course, Mum comes first. So whatever Mum needs takes first place, and the channel takes second place. But that's okay. But yeah, more of the same, really. More trips with Andy as well. Probably going a little bit further afield. If all goes to plan, going somewhere in a couple of days' time. Possibly the furthest I've ever been on the channel with Andy. But you won't see that for a week or so. But pretty soon, the channel will realign as it's supposed to with the dates. As you probably know, I'm always happy to give shout outs for birthdays or life events for anyone that wants them. If you give me at least a week's notice though, at least a week's notice, and the more info the better. Because although I'm happy to sort of say, hey, happy birthday to John, he's 10 today. That's a fun thing. It's nice to say, happy birthday to John from Herefordshire. Here's a photo of him. Look, there he is on his new bike. Something like that, you know, makes it a bit more full. But yeah, so at least a week's notice, because I have to shoot it the week before it goes live anyway. Oh, that's okay. I'm making fairly good time. Don't have to rush back like a lunatic. So I've got to get back for 11 at least, but I'm making good time. I'll put this up without any adverts running, so get an uninterrupted experience of me waffling on. And there we go. Happy New Year again. And regarding the ads, a necessary evil, I'm afraid. Although I'm happy to give my time for free, It does cost quite a bit to run the channel now, with all the travelling I do, etc., all the train tips, etc., etc. But all good otherwise. Hello. And also time is one of my biggest constraints these days, unfortunately. Not complaining, but sometimes I can't get around to answering my comments or watching a video that some of you have uploaded when you send me a link, etc., for a couple of days. But there we go. It's only because it's just purely the time. Purely the time. Only so many hours in the day, and more of them I've been taken up with the channel. I think I'm on track for getting this uploaded, getting back on time. There won't be any special edits, any smooth zooms following trains, any extra stabilisation on this one. Just out the phone and straight onto YouTube as fast as possible. And Team Bean, busy in 26. Lovely. And of course, due to time constraints, as I've said many times already, not going to go any further. Would have liked to have gone along the seafront, but I simply don't have the time to do it. So got past the Thornhill, up Mere Lane. Good old Mere Lane. Remember walking up and down here as a small child, holding mum's hand. When I used to go down to the beach in the summers, when the summers used to last forever. Oh yes. And of course, one last look at our 365 Christmas tree. Standing up well to the weather at Teignmouth. And there we go. Hopefully you'll be joining me again for the rest of 2026. And even better still, same time next year, join me for the next one to say, hey, look, it's 2027. Because I'll still be doing this. I'll still be doing it. So I'm going to probably step back a little bit from the amount of time I'm putting into it. I don't know how I'm going to do that exactly. I want to give the same sort of quality as I normally do. But, well, we'll have to see. There we are. There's a train to bring our little wander to an end. What a way to start off 2026. Crazy. Right, I'll love you and leave you. Let's go and get this edited and uploaded, and hopefully you'll be seeing this at 12 o'clock, which is in under an hour's time. Smash in. Bye.